Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome back to my channel. You are the one, because you really are the one. And on this channel, that's what we talk about, using the law of assumption, how to become the one in your life. And today I wanted to talk a little bit more on how to impress your desires onto your subconscious so that you can see them expressed in your reality. Because in the last video, I talked about the difference between impressing and expressing. And I wanted to talk a little bit more on how to impress, because that is the key to seeing your desires expressed. So stick around. Right, so my name is Hedley Derenzie and I'm a qualified life coach and author specializing in the law of assumption as originally taught by the great American mystic Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that create our reality. So if you want to change any part of your reality, then you have to change the story first. And if you want to create the most amazing reality, it helps to know how to tell the most amazing stories and hold them long enough for your reality to catch up. And that's where these teachings can help, and that's why I am here. I want to help you to tell the most amazing stories you can possibly imagine for yourself and hold them long enough for your reality to catch up. If you would like support with this, I am available for one-to-one coaching. I also have a free 21 days Set Yourself Up with the Ultimate Self-Concept course, which is the ultimate story that you want to be telling. And I am on Instagram. What else? You'll find all the details in the box below this video or on my website, youaretheone.com.au. Okay, let's get into it. In the last video, I talked about the difference between impressing and expressing. If you haven't seen that, I suggest go back and watch that first. I'll just give you a quick summary of that. So there's the difference between impress and express. So I-am simply means in or into. Obviously press, so you're pressing into something. Express is from, out of. So expression means it's coming out of and from something. Now what happens in manifesting is we get very caught up in the expression of something. Now to see something expressed, that means it's something in your reality. It is manifested, so it's the manifestation of your desires. And we get very caught up into trying to make our desires get expressed. We want to see them expressed in our reality, and we're focused on the expression of something. And by focusing on the expression means that we're going out into reality. We're trying to make things happen. We're trying to move things along. We're like going to this person and having that conversation, and we're doing this and we're doing that. And we are all up and into the whole expression of our desires in reality. And guess what happens when we are focused on the expression? It takes longer, or it just pushes it more away, because when we focus on the expression of something, what we are focusing on is the non-expression of that thing. So by focusing on the expression, it means the expression isn't in reality, because that's why we're going out into reality and we're trying to make it happen, is because it's not there, it's not being expressed, and we want it expressed. So we're doing all of these things to try and get it expressed. But in the doing of that, in the focusing on the expression, you are affirming that there is no expression of that thing. And of course, where your awareness goes is what you're actually impressing on your subconscious, and that is what's getting expressed. So you're actually expressing the non-expression of what it is that you want. Have I confused you yet? Okay, well, stick around. No, I'm kidding. We are always manifesting. You are always seeing your consciousness being expressed in your reality. Your whole reality is an expression of the impressions you are causing on your subconscious. You're pressing into your subconscious. A lot of the times we're not aware of what we are doing to impress our subconscious. We're using a lot of unconscious or inherited assumptions to impress our subconscious, but you can guarantee they are getting expressed in your reality. So what we want to do is we want to take our focus off reality, and we want to focus on the impression of what it is that we want. It is the impression of things that gets expressed as your reality. So the question is, how do you impress your subconscious? Because that's the key. Taking your focus off the expression of things and focusing on the impression of things. So that is the pressing into of your desires into your subconscious. And so how do you do that? That is what I wanted to answer in this video. Now, the answer to that question is whatever floats your boat. Whatever gets you there, it doesn't matter. You find what works for you. Some people like subliminals, some people like affirmations, some people like scripting, some people like inner conversations, some people like SATs, meaning states akin to sleep. Some people like envisioning, some people like vision boards, some people like imaginings. You name some, put them down in the box below this video. What are the ways you impress your subconscious with the desire of what it is that you want to experience or have expressed in your reality? There are no rules with this. You find what works for you. I use everything, and sometimes I use something for like a little while and then I'm like, okay, I'm bored with that. I'll go over here and I'll try this. Like, I just mix it up. One of the techniques I do use is the I am technique, which I will link at the top of this video, but I love that technique. It is the most powerful and, in my opinion, the fastest way to move things in your reality, because you are dissolving any separation between you and that thing that you want to experience by impressing the subconscious with the assumption that you are already one with that thing. It's easier for that thing to show up. But the key with impression is that you already have what it is that you want. So when you're forming an impression of something, you're forming an impression to see that thing expressed. And it's like a projector. Like it's kind of, you have to create the impression in the subconscious first to then see that thing projected or expressed out in your reality. It's like a movie. In order for that movie to show up on the screen in front of you, the film has to exist in the projector first. So they have impressed the projector with the film. They've created an impression that then is outpictured, and that's what we see on the movie. We don't see the impression of the film in the projector. We don't see that. We see the expression of the film on the screen. It's the exact same thing in reality. So you want to create like a replica of your desire in consciousness first. So you're creating an impression of what it is you want to experience, and that's where the scene can be really important, where you create one scene of what would it look like if you had what it is that you wanted. And that scene is real, meaning you give it the tones of reality. What are the tones of reality? You have to engage your senses in the scene. What does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? Engaging your senses in that scene, you're creating an impression that implies you already have what it is that you want. You're literally impressing your subconscious with the scene that you then want to see expressed on the screen of your reality. It's exactly like a movie projector, like a movie scene, like a movie. Your reality is like that. This is, it's exactly like that. You have to impress first, and your subconscious is the projector of your movie. But you have to impress something first that then gets expressed. And the impression is an image that is equal to the expression of what you want. So the impression is the creation of the image, of the scene, of that desire with the tones of reality in consciousness first. And then you hold that long enough, you impress it, you command your subconscious with that that's the way things are, it's already done, you already have it because you've impressed it on your subconscious. It's done. It'll show up. You can get on with your life. You will see absolutely that thing outpictured, expressed on the screen of your mind, and then you get to sit back and watch your own movie unfold and play out in front of you, and it's like you're seeing it for the first time, and you're in awe because you're like, oh my God, like even though I wrote this and I know that this is what I wanted, I'm still like blown away. Like I'm still in awe of how on earth this happened. Like that's the mystery, and that's the beauty of this work, is that you don't have to figure out how that thing gets from your subconscious onto the screen of your mind. And we're not supposed to know how this gets figured out. We do not have to choreograph the distance between the impression and the expression. I'll do another video on that because we don't need to mess with the middle. The middle is out of your hands. You do not need to mess with the middle. You do not need to focus on the expression. Your work is to create the impression, like a clay model of something that you want. Like you're creating an impression of what you want, a drawing, a scene, an image, something that impresses your subconscious with your desires. And then you're letting the magic unfold. You're letting the mystery do its thing. Press within and forget this thing that's happening outside of us. I mean, as best you can. I know it's intoxicating. I know you want to get your hands dirty and like get in there and make shit happen. And you will take action, but the action will present itself to you. You'll know in the moment. If you're having to figure it out, if you're thinking and planning and strategizing and like planning and doing all the list making and the this and the that and the coordinating and all of that, you know you're off track. Because as long as you're trying to figure things out, you're not in the space of already having that thing that you want and desire. As soon as you start meddling with the middle, you're out of it. You're there, so you're affirming that you don't have it, and you're the one that has to organize it and make it happen. And just in that, it affirms that you don't have it. So work on your impression, create the impressions that you want to experience and just focus there. Turn your awareness there and become really proficient with your impression making. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know how you go. Report back as always. And if you have any questions, ask them in the box below this video. And please remember, you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstars of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you and assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing life. And this is my wish, my vision, and my prayer for you. Thank you so much for watching and being here, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.